Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of Comfy Cozy Completionist with your girl Lorelei. We are back right on time before our food ran out. We have been searching for that axe head in the last episode until the last moment, and we have been moving our boat down to the south where we can build the Drakkar and get to that mysterious location. We still have to do something about some trophies that we do need. Let me see. I think we did get the wild trophy for the jaw, for the visage, and for the plains light armor. We were searching for that and we found it in the end. And then let me eat something. That and that. Let's go and see. There is stuff laying around here. Forgot to put away. That goes here, and then that goes here. Money goes down there. We're gonna have to have a look at our billboard here. So, bear trophy, second stone trophy, stone golem trophy still missing, sea serpent still missing. So the vial is not on there. So that means we do have 2 vial trophies, one for the visage, and we made that and put it up on the item stand, on the armor stand. Let me have a look. So yes, we have that completed, and the second vial trophy that we needed needs to be in here, and there is a vial trophy here. Very good. So we've got the plains completed then. Oh man, there is a lot of dead stuff laying around there. I should be probably looking after my logs a little bit, but on the other hand, we got so many other things to do. So the plains are completed with that. What is not completed is the meadows, because we need the axe head. That is completed. Cool. The mountains is not completed because we do need the stone golem trophy. We have not found a single one and we need 2. The ashland, of course, is not completed. And get another bear trophy. Huh, okay. Get another bear trophy. Do we not have bear trophies? I thought we had. Let me have a look. There is not a single one in here. That means in the forest we are lacking a bear trophy. So we should be killing bears. Let me go have a look-see. The bear trophy is needed for the trinket, for the headdress. Got the headdress. We've got one hanging in here. And the rock is missing. And we're gonna have to have a look at our trinket collection if we made the bear trinket. Where did we put all the trinkets? Here. There is no bear trinket here, so we do need 2 bear trophies in the end. And we do not have the fish. We don't have fish barrels somewhere. So we do need 2 bear trophies. 1 for the rug and 1 for the trinket. Get another bear trophy. Okay. At least we don't need another wild trophy, which is a good thing. So now, what we're gonna be doing, we are taking some monies. We have a lot of money. Look at all of that money. And we go to Haldor and we purchase some Dwerger circlets, like 5 or 6 of them, because I want to use them as a light source. Alstein, good evening. We also stole that. So, Dwerger circlets, buy. That's 4. That's a lot of money. Let's get more. 5, 6. That's better. Gonna leave that bit of money here. Should have left the black metal at the plane space too. But you know what? I forgot. Okay, so we're gonna drop off that here. We're gonna have a T portal up in our workshop. T for transfer. Just gonna be putting it right here. T for transfer. And we're gonna take a T for transfer portal to the Ashlands. Because we do need to get some sort of storage in here and fill up the stock with all the stuffs we want. So we want a T for transfer here. That. And I think we're gonna have to remove that bit here too, because the other side is gone anyway, so we can also remove that bit. So we can... This is gonna be our kitchen, I think, and we can put all of the stuffs around here, the extensions and all of that can go there. And then I think we have to think up kind of possibility to have some fires somewhere. Where is the brazier thingies? Is that furniture? That's the hanging brazier. So something like that. And then have that opened up here to get the smoke out. Would that be sufficient to let the smoke out? I'm not quite sure. Let's try that out. For the hanging brazier we need chains, coal and bronze. Okay. Chains, coal and bronze. Transfer. There we go. do have quite a lot of bronze. So that, maybe we don't have to carry around all of the Dorgas circlites at once. But we do need chains. There, chains, and we need coal. That is not a lot of coal, but now I'm gonna try if that works with that brazier up there. So we can fill in the gaps in our... Is that on this side? I'm not sure. Can make a hole in here too. And hang that brazier. Oh, there is no forge here. Duh. Okay, we need a forge first, and the forge needs copper. Copper and real stone. We need to get the forge down first. There. Okay, now hanging brazier right there. Will that smoke evaporate? I'm gonna drop that off here real quick and go outside and see if the smoke comes out. That works. Not quite sure. I don't think. Well, phew. I've got a fire bonus here now in this corner, so probably it's okay. Let's take that to the other side and get a brazier in every corner. See if that works. If we put a brazier up in every corner, we might be able to have fire everywhere. Get one in every corner here. Be low on stamina. Okay. We don't need one here because we got that. Okay, that sounds somewhat like a plan. That fire is out too, so can I get that burning? So we've got fire all the way until we reach that corner here. And we've got fire all the way to here. So up here we should have fire. Looking good. This is gonna be working, I think. We're gonna have to take that one down, because that is mightily in the way of us getting around here. Gonna put that just here for now. And then I think we do have to think about the storage situation and about the workbench situation. We've got a heck ton of workbenches around here. Probably we don't need all those workbenches all around here. But we do want some fine wood There is no smoke coming out here. That one is the outlet for the kitchen, or for that hearth. I think we're gonna declare that the potion station and use that as a kitchen. And then that could be for making potions. We have a little bit too many stone cutters all around here, I think. Gonna take that in here. And we do have too many workbenches. So don't need that many workbenches. We need to find out if we have a problem here with the workbenches. So there is a workbench there. We don't want stuff to spawn in here. And then there is no workbench here. So what if we put one right there? What if we had the workbenches outside here and put them under on the perimeter here? Well, probably not the best of ideas because of mobs breaking them, and then we lose the protection. So we don't have a problem here, but we do have a problem here. So we do need a workbench on this side. And then we lose it here. So if we have a workbench in every corner here, we could also probably just bury the workbench underneath here. I need to bring my okay, we are out of the range of the stone cutter. So that one here will fit nicely underneath. And we're gonna get us the pickaxe and dig a little bit deeper here too. Get that set underneath. That is gonna be the workshop, so we can leave that. And then this one here, we have to see that we put it underneath too. Gonna dig down there. Okay. We need our axe. Not the axe, the pickaxe. So we can dig a little deeper there and bury that stuff underneath. It should be somewhere in a box. There, that one. What is all of that jazz here? That is a stone cutter. What is this doing in here, and why is that here? I don't have the slightest idea what that is. Well, we're gonna dig and put that back in there. So we need to dig here. get that a little bit deeper. Can bury that stone cutter, not the workbench, right underneath here. And then have nothing spawn in here. That's the objective here. Bury that down there, and then I have no... And keep dropping stuff on the ground here, and then I need to pick it back up. So we get floorboard in here again, this side, and then same here. Do a little bit of digging. That should be sufficient. Get the crafting station underneath. Is that deep enough? I think it is. Get that floorboard in here again. Ah, it's actually not. A little bit more. There we go. Is that good enough now? Can we... Thank you. Yes, that's good. Okay, we've got all of that buried, and we've got all of that sorted, so we don't have a problem that something might be spawning in here. That seems to be all nice. Good. That is the first step. Then gonna put that in here. We do need to hang those Dwerger circlets to make some light. And for that we're going to be needing some bronze nails. And I have half a mind to hang one. Where do we want them? Maybe we should decide that later. Good thing is we have them. Where did I put the other ones? I thought I had them here, or did I drop them at home already? Okay, so this is gonna be the regular workshop. This over here is gonna be the black forge and the galder table. This is gonna be the herbalist station where we can make the meat. This is gonna be the cooking area. Maybe we don't need that biggie portal here. Maybe we can bury the stone cutter underneath too after we are done. Maybe we can have that be Ashenheim, come out here and delete that one. Put that in here for now. So we got the space here. And then I think we might want to probably have a window in there too. Like there. And put some ashwood things there to make that look nice. Building, I want that big bow to go right in there. And then the other side. And then that one. And then we use the small ones here. That is not looking shabby. I might need to get up and refill the bows up there a little bit. Not quite sure. Ooh, left the door open. Yeah, that is not bad. I do like having the hearth in the middle there. And then we do want probably maybe building to get that over there, all the way over there. And have that like kind of a balcony thing. I need some more greystone. So like that. And then that one connect here. That is not looking bad. And then we could have the bone throne like here. And put... There was tables, ashwood tables too. That's a bench. That is the Dwerger trader wagon. Wasn't there an ashwood table? That's all the Dwerger stuff that we get from the plan build everything thing. Dwerger's secret door. Oh, you could build one of those. Wow. Marble bench. No. I thought that there would be... There is no Ashlands building pieces in here. Look at that. That's a tile wall. That is not what I'm looking for. What I was looking for, if there was an ashwood table. But it does not look like it. There is that ashwood bench. But there is no ashwood table at all. Like this are the curtains and all of the Dwerger stuff here. And then there is the ashwood bed. Where is that? That is that one. But there is no ashwood table. So we have a marble table, and then we have that big old long and heavy table, which is too much to put in here, I guess. Well, we do have to transfer a lot of stuff over here if we want to have that a functional base. But I think like having that as a balcony kind of thing is not bad. Can look out of the window here, and then we can look down at the Great Hall. We just need to probably put up some ash wood plank. What is that? Okay, that is strange. Huh. That is really a strange thing here. Never saw that one. Turf roof. No, we don't need that. Where is that thing? I think we cannot walk here anymore if we put that here. Can we? Oh, we have to find that out. I don't think that does look too bad with the addition of the black marble to the... It's okay. Okay, so we have a transfer portal, we have an Asksvin portal, we have a plan, we have to bring over many things to be putting up everything here. That can go in that box here for now too. We need to get a lot of iron here. Whew. Yeah, we're going to be busy doing things here. I think we worked all through the night now, and it is morning again. Indeed, we did. So, I guess we are going to be eating that, and we are going outside, and we are going to dig a pit to eventually get those Asksvin tamed. Eventually. And I should be closing the doors behind me. And eventually we should find a better way to get up here. Because that might not be the best idea to keep it like that forever. So, if we dug a pit right here, would that be working? There is another Valkyrie there. Like what? Or do we dig a pit on the other side? Is that the better option here? Maybe. Here. Maybe that's the better option. There is some dwarf here. Okay. Let's see, how's the lay of the land? That is actually quite perfect. It needs to be deep enough so they can climb out. I do want it to be squared off best I can, because not having that line up does bother me. Is that deep enough? It should be. Something like that. That should be eventually good enough. Hopefully. A little bit more on this side. There's a Morgan. I do not want a Morgan. And I am not on the safe side here because I do not have my bubble up. And I hope all of that noise does not make that Valkyrie decide that she wanted to play with us too. Okay, got a dead Morgan here. And that Asksvin I'd like to have in that pit. Would even be nicer. Can we build crafting, heavy building? That's the wrong one. I want that one. Okay, that would be a good placement. We need some stone cutter and we need some stone cutter. Just put that over here real quick. And we need some grousting. This is gonna take some doing. But I think we prefer to have that way up on this side. And if we could make that work, so we don't get... Ow! Well, we got... That is a little bit too low. But we can double up. And then that one. Snap that here. Is that gonna work? This looks good. It is a little bit sketch with the spikes here. But it is going to be working, I think. Anchoring that a little bit here. Yeah, we need to have it out a little more, I think. But after all, so now, if we could be getting that pit sorted. Out of stone, okay. Let me get more gray stone. Because we do need the pit to be covered over completely. Otherwise, the Asksvin will not go there. But we might be just able to hang that off like that. No, that is not working. Ah, that was easier than I thought. Catch that one. Okay, we've got the first Asksvin in there. That was way easier than I thought it would be. Now, if we managed to support that from underneath all the way over to here. Maybe not here, maybe here. We could have that be actually working real good and have another row out there, so we don't run the risk all the time to get stabbed to death by those. Something like that. Are you trying to kill my Asksvin down there? You do, huh? You know that I cannot allow that because I do want to tame them, and if you kill them, then that is not good for me. So I'd rather you not try to kill my Asksvins. Okay, more grouse needed. I do not want to harm that Durga there, but that Durga trying to get to my Asksvin is on another level stupid. And I don't know that I love that. But for now, we're gonna just pretend that. Okay, that is that. And then like that. Always gonna get... Ooh. Yeah, go shoot at those guys, not at me. I need to get that sorted here, best I can. We don't run the risk. That is good. I think we're good here. That is not bad. We have a nice little staircase up here on this side. You are wasting your arrows because you can't hit me because I'm in the bubble and you are not. Okay, we've got one Asksvin in the box. We need a second one to make it worthwhile. I don't feel rested anymore, duh. Well, at least now I've got a way up here that is a little nicer. And what is needed to get a bed in here? Ashwood, logs pelt, Asksvin hide. And where do we want to have some storage? Okay, logs pelt, Asksvin hide. We're gonna bring some regular wood. We're gonna bring some ashwood. We're gonna bring some black metal for black metal boxes. And that. Oh, there we put that. Okay. That and that. And what did I say about wood? Fine wood, regular wood, ash wood. Let's see. Now we can make some big old boxes for storage. Let me see, we get those here. 3 high. We have to think of a concept for that, I think, but for now we just need some space to get that things done. So, that is the ash wood bed. Got a bed. And then, why not? Some rugs. And then we would need a good table here. A marble table I think we cannot place here. Ooh, it's expensive, it takes copper. We have to think about that. This is all a little bit strange all over the place. We need to have nails too. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to go home and do some sleeping. And then we come back and see if we can get another Asksvin to drop into our pit there. But first we gonna go sleep. And then we gonna go eat. I'm a little bit confused with what to bring over and what to build and how to make all of that. Well, we're gonna get there eventually. Gonna take a short break. Gonna be right back. Okay, now let's sleep. And then we got to see if we can catch another Asksvin. That would be fabulous. Gonna eat the good food because we have to venture out to make that happen. Gotta find one first. Food. Ooh, and we do need to be doing some cooking here. Okay. We should be bringing a pocket portal, I think, and we should be bringing probably that one. Let's collect that, just so we have a means of getting that guy onto, and a stonecutter to place next to that, so we can remove the tiles if we need to. We have to be a little bit careful because stonecutters can get destroyed with fire, so we want to be extra careful with that. Okay, we have not so great weather here. Let's see if we can find another one of those guys. Ah, we've got a lot of stuff in our pockets that we don't want to have in our pockets actually. We need that stonecutter to stay somewhere here. And then we might want to have some grousstein. We could eventually build a little house over that stonecutter and workbench. That would be good for the sake of protecting that stuff. See if we can find some grousstein here. Probably don't need that. Is not a lot. There is an Asksvin over there, but there's also that guy, which it's a Stark marksman, duh. Let's see, there was an Asksvin. I thought I saw an Asksvin there. That's a Twitcher. That's not helpful. There is an Asksvin right there. There's also a marksman. That guy, chart warrior. I really, really, really don't want to get killed by that one. That worked. Ah, very good. You follow, please. Unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate. I do appreciate the Dwerger here, but I would appreciate more getting that Asksvin into our box. Well, not gonna happen with that Asksvin. But we've got enough now to build a box for our stone cutter and have that protected. Missing requirements, duh. Don't have enough grouse steam to make that happen. Need to drop off some things here. And I'm running around without a bubble, making things harder on myself again here, huh? Okay, let's drop off all of that. Let's rebubble. As long as that burger is there, I'm gonna have a hard time getting the stuff done. So we might want to probably try and get that marksman to come over. That marksman is a starred one again. Why do I always have the fantastic opportunity to find out about starred marksman? Yeah. Got another those. Oh man, this is annoying. want to get another Asksvin in here. And I do want to protect that a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can get some roasting. Make that happen. Okay, so there we go. Some protection for that. I do hope that is sufficient here. Oh. No, we have another Asksvin right over there. Oh, come on. Unbelievable. Why is that guy so adamant at getting away? Okay, now it isn't anymore. Come on. Can't be that hard. Get that guy in there. It is. It is real hard. Be way easier to do that. What the frickin'? Why isn't that releasing? fun here. Okay, we need to get that back up there. That first one was really much easier to get in there. Okay, now we've got it. Why isn't that releasing? Okay, now it's releasing. Okay. Got that. Got both of them in there. Now we do need some food to feed them. Gonna take 4, I think. Not as easy as you might think. Okay, we've got there. Got something to eat. And we need to set that back up. Crafting. So they can be down there in peace. They're gonna do some making noise on down there, but in the end they're gonna calm down and they're gonna eat, and then everything is gonna be fine. Cool. Got that. Now I'd like to get some more grousting and make that place a little better. I have to did not have to venture out as much as I thought I'd need to. So you good with that, I think? Just put things in here every which way, it's not important. We just want to have some things here, and then we will have to do more things later. Aha, there is some bit of hearts coming up. One of them at least 8. Good. So now let's make that here a little bit better. We want that to be supported from underneath. So it can lend some strength to that one. And then we want one more here. Okay, that is cool. Okay, we have a better way to get up here. I do want them. One of them at least has eaten. The other one might still be a little pissed because we caught them. Needs to calm down a little bit. Yeah, we're getting somewhere here with that. And then while we are here, I was thinking about adding those small arches. Which way is straight? Is that straight? Like that? Adding those small arches to that here. We need the bigger ones. Okay. We would need the big ones. Like so. And if we leave that open, we could gather a little bit of light from outside. I think it's good. We need more coal though, so we can keep them fires burning. So we can remove the inner fillings of those and just have those arches here. And then with that we can have like windows. Need to get home and do some serious sleeping. I get some light in here. There is nothing flying that would be small enough to get in here except the bats, of course, but I think we can live with bats getting in here. I removed the roof. That was not what I wanted. That kind of roof. And let's go in there. I wanted to have top center right here. Top center. Not quite sure. I think I have to do that really from the outside because I can see. Not quite sure that that is correct. Like that? I don't know. Okay, those down there being taming, but we do need to get home anyways. There's no way we can stay here. We have no comfy levels. The comfy levels are not enough. Like it's 7 or something here. Yeah. We're gonna go home. And we're gonna come back another day. gonna occupy ourselves with the roof boss again whilst those Asksvin tame in there. I think is what we're gonna be doing, and we're gonna be bringing more stuff. We're gonna be needing bronze, and we're gonna be needing leather things and what have you, so many things that we need to make the comfy level go up. And I think we can get away with eating the cheaper food because I don't think we're gonna have to do a lot of hunting and a lot of running around outside, and only the roof things. Gonna put those arches in there. We're gonna bring some leather things, I think we're gonna need. And fine wood is a little low on fine wood. We have to do some fine wood gathering. Bring some of that. I'm not quite sure what else we need. Probably such things. Oh yeah, some crystal for the windows. I think that's good. Gonna have some glass in those ashwood windows. Okay, we're gonna drop off some stuff here in this box and get some glass in those windows. I think this is gonna be looking very nice with glass in there. I might be mistaken and it might be terrible, but we're gonna be trying nonetheless. We cannot put one in the middle here because there is no support for that. Gonna have to think up a way to get the support in there. Okay, now let's have a look at our hearts outside here. There's still one heart going on in there. Question is, do we have two guys in there or only one? There is only one Asksvin in there. Now there are both of them. Okay, I need to close that up differently. Like so. The other one was stuck on this side and that made it difficult. No, we've got two in there. Okay. Back to the roof boss then. Let them calm down and let them eat both. And we are getting us some roasting. And get that roof boss defeated. While we wait for those to tame. So like here, and here, and here and here and the other side. That is looking good, I think. Take those out. Will give us more light down there, I think. Aha! Okay, we've got one that is eating, or has eaten. What with the other one? Now we got 2 hearts. I thought I saw 2 hearts. Strange. Okay, so that. Yeah, this is looking nice. So we want those arches in here. I think that looks good. Have I forgotten to eat something? I do. Oh man. Like running around here with no food. That is ambitious. Let's do some eating. 70 HP in the Ashlands. Living the dangerous life, am I? Food. Gonna get away with the cheap food. That and that. That is sufficient. We are just running around there. I have no magic capability now because I have not eaten any idle food. But that's okay. We are just trying to make that here look nice. And we are under the roof anyways, so all is well. Oh, out of the range of the stone cutter. Where is the stone cutter? Closer to the center, I think. Can we get that in here? A stone cutter. Where's that damn stone cutter? Top 1 seems to be about right. There. All of those. And then probably on this side too. I think it's better. We get a little bit of light in here. Do that here and there. Checking periodically on my Asksvin. No hearts. Yeah, well, I have teleported home, which means no hearts. Center, top center, top center, top center. are those. And probably we can put in those to make that top look nicer. Yeah. That's not too shabby. And then we're gonna be doing the same thing on this side, I think. We are out of the range of the stonecutter again. Top center. Oh, what? Out of the greystone. Missing one here. Okay. Where was the other one? That one. That one we were missing here. Okay. Nice. And then probably we should line that with that too, I think. Yeah, we can start on this side. I think this is good. This is making things a little bit nicer. And then we're gonna get that up there. Oh, I'm out of the range of the stonecutter. Why? Can we stand on top here? Thank you. Like so. And we get that to snap. There. Is that correct? I think not. That? No, I don't think that is correct either. Maybe it is, I don't know. This is gonna be taking about forever to be taming those, I think. You are going to be eating. We don't want that guy to be angered with us. Don't have magic. I don't want to fight with that guy. Simply do not want to do that. Okay, we're gonna decide what we're gonna be doing where. That is, we're gonna be sorting some inventory space while that Valkyrie is up there. Don't want to make a lot of noise while she is there. We're gonna put the levers and the bones in that box. And then we're gonna put no food in that box and no monies in that box. But that stuff. And then put the food in that box and all the valuables in that one. Needles, needles, and then that is stone stuff, and that is food stuff. I don't know what's going on with that Valkyrie out there. She's still there. Can't see. Where? She was right above our door here, our staircase here. She seems to be gone over there. Are we having hearts here? There is a little bit of heart. One. One is getting hearts. That Valkyrie seems to be fighting with something over there. There's another Valkyrie over there. This is Valkyrie country here. There is some hearts going on. We will eventually have to kill those Valkyries and then spawn-proof the area here, so we can stop having to worry about all of that. I do like that with the windows up there. I might want to probably put those small things up there to make that look a little nicer. And then also I think we have to do something up there with the big ones, with those here, to make that look nicer eventually. I don't know, I have to figure it out. I thought it would be nice to have that green glow going there, but I'm not so sure I like the constant noise. So eventually we will have to get rid of it anyways. Get the fires burning again. That one and that one. And then I think we're gonna take some ash wood and some crystal and try to fix that window with a hole in the middle. Gonna have some ash wood beam there, like from here to here, and then fill that in with that. I'm not quite sure I like that. I will have to decide that tomorrow when I can see better, because we need to get home. That is not enough ash wood. Okay, let's get home then. And we need to repair everything once we wake up. We're gonna have a short break and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, we need to bring obsidian too, I think, because we need to make the upgrade for the workbench and some more iron, I surmise, for all the stuff needed for we need to eat that. And obsidian, I said. Some obsidian. Not much that I need there. Oh yeah, and of course that. Because no workbench upgrades. We're gonna eat that and that. I want to go a little easy on the pecan pie. Is there anything else we might want to bring? Sap and iter. Some sap, some iter for the Galda table. And those, I think, they will be needed for the Galda table too, I think. I'm not quite sure. Oh, and of course the that wood. And why am I running around? Because there is the T-portal right there. Shoot. Okay, let's see if we can make at least that kind of stuff functionable. We don't have the stuff we need. Let's drop off some of the stuff here. We do need the leathers. Yes, I think. Oh, and wood, of course, wood. We should be looking at our... So we can clip that into the wall and put that right here. And then for that one we need bronze and fine wood. Let's have a look at our... We have nasty weather out here. Is there something going on down there? Are we close enough? Yes, we got hearts. We still got only hearts from one of them, I think. But from the second one. Or are they both so close that we see both hearts coming up alternately? I don't know. Well, something is taming down there and that is sufficient for now. We need fine wood. Okay. We need fine wood for that one. Got the bronze. And for that we need iron. Duh. Okay, that can stay here. Bronze and iron. Iron and bronze. So that one can be built. Go here. Where is my obsidian? That is going up here. And then for this side, that one. And then we are out of iron. That one needs bronze. And that one needs chain. You should have some chain somewhere. I know I brought some. There. That. And what else? We need more iron. And we do need a stone cutter and get us the sharpening stone. Lest we have a sharpening stone at home. That will disrupt the taming process. But I think we do have a sharpening stone here. More than one. Is there something else? Yes, we do need those later for the Galder table. We do need one of those because we need to make the artisan table and we need to bring iron. Okay, now we've got the iron to make the remaining things. That looks bad. We need to do something against that. For that one, we do need wood. Put that here. And then that one will go here. And the fortress level 7. Nice. Okay. So, that is all bunkers. Need to get all of that stuff in the boxes. The artisan table needs 2 dragon tears. I only have 1 bunkers. Metal. Stone. It goes here. I'm not quite sure. I have everything in here every which way. That is all stupid. But eventually we're gonna make it. That is food stuff. That is valuable stuff. Stones. And that is all the leather stuffies. We need the tin. And do we have... we do need... where is... I had... where did I put... we had leather fragments somewhere. That needs to go here. Is that the leather fragments that is glittering there? Yes. For that one. Okay. It can go in here. That needs to go in here. That goes here. We will have more boxes. Regular wood and tar. I think we're gonna have to do a lot more making that work with the boxes. But for now, we are going to get some boxes in here. We are running super low on regular wood. No regular wood left. That's okay. I can hear noises out there that I don't like very much. Let me have a look. Is there still hearts coming up? I don't know. There is 6 out of 10 in there. We could drop down here. Nice. And we get some bones from somewhere. There. And fill that up. Because if that fails, things will get nasty. So, not quite sure about the guys taming down there or no. We need some greystone to put the lid back on. And probably some food. Eventually. I don't know. I can hear noise here. And I'm not quite sure what kind of noise I'm hearing. There is 2 down there, and they are both tame. That went better than I thought. Good evening, sirs. No, you cannot come out. But I want to get out of here. So we're gonna give them more food. And put the lid back on. Just to make sure they are kept safe down there. We need to build a house around them eventually, but we've got tame Asksvin now. That is fabulous. Okay. Managed to get that done. Now, can we get that done? We put that bottom center to bottom center. Can we make that work? That is not working. Top center. I want that. Ugh. Can I stand up here? I want that. To snap there. And then there. And I want the same thing on the other side. Okay, I did that. Now can we get that to snap in the right place? Bottom center. we've got an ash storm. Things are not making... It's not getting easier. Okay, we don't have a stone cutter on this side. Where even is the stone cutter? Oh, it's over there. Well, we've got that side done already, at least. Working in fits and spurs here, really. Need 2 of those. And we need to fix that window. Like... that goes here, and then the glass goes in here. I'm not quite sure I do like how that looks. Maybe it's better if I put it like that. And have that side same. Well, there's something not quite right here. I have to do something about that nonsense. That is not lining up proper. Maybe there is a lot more not lining up proper. Maybe we should rethink that whole roof. But for that we would need a stone cutter in the vicinity. So we've got tamed Asksvin, which is a boon. But I'm not quite sure how to proceed from here. So we have to do something about that here, because that did not line up proper. Heavy building, we want the curved ones. And we want to line that up like that. It's better. That one up there is overlapping strangely, and with putting in those, that would make that look nicer. The small ones are too small, they don't cover that gap. But that one would look nice. Okay, stone cutter comes with me. Gonna put that here, I think, for now, so we have better access to stone cutter things on every side. Let me see. Yeah, we have the stone cutter all around now. Okay, next episode we will have to build a house down there for the Asksvin. We will have to remove the Valkyries that are there, that we don't want to be there. We will have to think up some interior design, because all of that is obviously just haphazardly put together without any deeper thought. Maybe we do make skylights here too. I don't know. We have to do something about that nonsense, because that looks bad. But I can't get to it without removing that. There, look, it's better. There we go. That's better. That bad look rectified here. That is now good. We have the same problem on the other side. Yes, kinda. Yeah, that's a thing we will do in the next episode. For now, this episode is finished here. I hope you did enjoy seeing me transferring stuff haphazardly without a bigger plan and getting some things at least done in our new place. We will have to get down on our knees to get the lightning concept working and make some storage that really works. That is gonna be a thing. And then in one of the next episodes we do need to go search for the last Axe-head too. So there is still a lot of stuff to be done, but for now, this is the end of this episode. I hope you liked it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing. There is gonna be popping up a video that YouTube thinks you should be watching next, so maybe do that. And with that, I wish you a good night, and we are going to be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye!